Accelerate Lagos, brought to you courtesy the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. Good morning and welcome once again. My name is Taiwo Baruwa. Today on the program, we're going to be talking fueling small business dreams, the MSME bootcamp journey so far. My guest is Omotayo Akinwumi, a business support officer at the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. Good morning to you, Omotayo.
Good morning, Taiwo.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Do you need a cup of coffee?
No, I'm good.
I'm just wondering why you're so cold. Are you cold?
No, I'm not, actually. I'm very well.
Okay, good to have you on the program.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me, what's up with boot camp? When did it start, the MSME boot camp? What is this all about?
Oh, okay. So we started the MSME Bootcamp this year, and the program was designed basically to help small and medium-scale businesses acquire the necessary skills and knowledge that they need to help scale their businesses. So this was why this program was designed.
Okay. Let's look at when it started.
Oh, okay. So we started the first cohort in February. So we started with Alimosho local government.
Okay.
Yeah. So we started at Alimosho local government, and then by March we moved to Ibejuleki, and then in April we just concluded the. Oh, sorry. Pardon me. In March we had Oshodi Solo.
Okay.
And then in April we just concluded with the Ibejuleki cohort. So presently we're in May, and then we're running the Lagos mainland local governments presently.
Okay, so is it something that you're moving from one local government to the other?
Yes. So just before the program started, we worked with our government relations team to ensure that we mapped out local governments that we mapped out local governments in Lagos State that would benefit from this program. Basically all local governments, but presently we're just running we are running 6 cohorts to start with as the pilot phase of the MSME bootcamp.
Okay, six cohorts for this pilot phase, which started in
February.
Yes. That's February, March, April, May, June, July.
Yes.
So we have how many more to go? Two after this. Yeah. And we have how many local governments in Lagos? Because I'm just wondering if, we're picking it one local government at a time, and we have just 6 for this batch. When next is the next cohort?
So we are working towards it. So, but presently we're just starting off with starting with 6 local governments, after which we'll go back in-house, and then we'll work towards ensuring that we move on to other local governments too. When we're moving, the train is moving, so we're hoping to move to Agege, the likes of Agege, next. Once we start the next phase of that's the second phase of the MSME bootcamp. So we're moving to other local governments also. We're not just restricting it to just the 6. We'll also be moving to other local governments after this.
Tell me what inspired this boot camp and what inspired the selected local government you started with. It's not like you started alphabetically.
No, we didn't.
Okay, so tell me.
I think for this MSME bootcamp, we looked at business owners in Lagos State, and one of the things we aim to do at the business support is to ensure that businesses in Lagos State, we know that most times when people say business owners, sometimes the small businesses tend to not really intentionally, but maybe subconsciously or unconsciously, they get overlooked. So what we aim to do is to provide them with the necessary skills. So we don't just run this MSME bootcamp. We have other programs too that we run that would also help these businesses acquire the necessary skills. Basically, just capacity building is what we aim to do with this program.
When you say helping them with the necessary things, right? Capacity building, how do you mean? What do they stand to benefit from this boot camp? what's the duration for this boot camp?
So the duration is for each cohort runs for a month.
Okay.
We have 2 physical classes, which we hold at each local government, 2 physical classes. Then every other class is virtual.
Okay.
So we have our partners that help facilitate the sessions. So what we do is we spool from the list that so basically there's a form that we've put out there for people to apply, those are interested.
Okay.
And then once we spool these names, we reach out to them to let them know that you applied for this program. The program will be happening so and so time, and then we share with them the necessary information that they need to help carry them along and ensure that they don't miss out on all of their classes.
All right, then. We have talked about, the rationale behind this boot camp. Are there other things that the participants stand to benefit aside from the usual, lecture? What are the things they should look out for, being a part of this program?
Okay, I think one of the things they also get to, so after the program, once the program is done, we share with them an incentive form where they let us know the things that they would love to benefit from the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. And one of such things is mentorship.
Okay.
So so far we've concluded 3 cohorts. And so far, we've paired them with mentors to help them, further grow. So we've designed like a 3-month mentorship program for them, whereby we pair them with our volunteers that will take them on a mentorship journey of 3 months.
Yes.
And I think that would also help them, grow further. We also have an option for those that their businesses might not be registered, that might want to benefit from business registration, which we'll do at Lagos State Employment Trust Fund for business owners in Lagos who their businesses are not registered yet. So this is for free also. So all of these programs such they can also get to apply for the LSTF loan. So even at the last class, we bring forth our partners from LIRS, our partners from LASRA, partners from Sterling Bank, for those that probably are unbanked and I want to, I might want to open a bank account for their business.
Okay.
These are part of the things that will help them put the right structures in place to be able to access, scale up their business basically.
All right, then, Lagos, Nigeria. We're talking scaling up your business. Of course, this morning on Accelerate Lagos, it is Fueling Small Business Dreams, the MSME Bootcamp journey so far. It's, a 6-month journey for this particular cohort, which started in February to end in July, right? Okay, so my guest, you're wondering who has been talking to you. It's been Omotayo Akinomi, a business support officer at LSTF. Quickly, let's tell you what the roads are looking like at this time. Looking at the screen in the studio, most of the areas we're tracking at this time looking very free. We've had good movement for the better part of this morning. Let's keep it that way. Should you find a life-threatening situation, like I always say, endeavor to call the emergency toll-free lines. That's on 7670112. So relatively, if you're heading to the island this morning, considering Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, you have good movement. If you're also considering Ikorodu Road through Ojota, you really have nothing to worry about. Within Alausa here, very good movement. And of course, the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway, look out for the regular slow movement around Ikeja long axis, but it's really nothing to worry about. Moving on now, Omotayo, let's look at, being a part of this boot camp. Are there things that participants should meet, the requirement they should meet to be able to benefit from this boot camp?
Just basically want to acquire knowledge. There are people that are out there that really want to acquire the knowledge and acquire capacity building opportunities like this, but probably maybe if they decide to go out there to pay for it, you might be paying through your nose sometimes to just get some of this basic knowledge that you get at this boot camp. So just be interested and just ensure that you'll be available to meet the criteria, like the attendance. Just be available. Let me just put it that way.
Because I asked this question considering the fact that with some of the business support and Lagosians get from LSTF, you need to meet up with some requirement. Your business must be situated in Lagos. You must have a certain document. Is it the same? Does the same apply to the boot camp?
As long as you're resident in Lagos, you have an opportunity to benefit from the MSME boot camp.
Okay. I mean, she actually whispered that, but I would re-echo it, right? As long as you reside in Lagos, you can actually, benefit from that boot camp. So tell me, how is the session structured, and who are the facilitators or your partners?
So we have our partners. We have FAG Consulting. We have Lipworld, and then we have Empowerment for Local People. So these are facilitating partners that are in charge of ensuring proper coordination for this program. So they have different facilitators that they bring on board that are with them, that they bring on board to help facilitate the different sessions to help to ensure that this participant gets the very best and the very best only at this session.
This particular cohort is at the midpoint already. I mean, having completed the first 3 months, it is the last 3 months you're currently, organizing. Tell me, how has the journey been so far? Tell me about the success achieved so far with this particular program.
So far we've had so many feedbacks from all those that have completed at least the first 3 cohorts. We've had feedbacks of people saying, "Oh, I didn't know that I needed to do this, and I've started doing it, and I've put the right structure, and I think I'm beginning to see results." And I think one of the feedbacks I think we got from one of the cohorts was, "Oh, this thing that I learned, I've always been looking at it, and I just look at it, I'm like, oh, no, I don't think I want to go with it again. But, coming for this cohort, coming for these sessions, listening to it, and actually being able to be encouraged to put it into practice, and actually, I've seen the difference with the way my business has really grown." So I think that's some of the feedbacks that we've gotten, and it's pretty encouraging, even from the mentorship program, because from the mentorship program so far, we've gotten feedbacks from the mentees saying that, "Oh, thank you for pairing me with this mentor. She has been able to guide me. She gives me a take-home assignment to say, okay, go do this, and then come back and let me see what you've been able to accomplish with some of these assignments." And the feedback has really been positive, and this really is one of the things that drives us to want to do more.
Irrespective of what you put out there, there will still be some doubting Thomas out there that really wants to hear from the horse's mouth. But then I would like you to, share with me, is there any success story that stands out, right? That's, a major impact from this boot camp you would like to share with us?
So like I said earlier, I think one of the success stories that I really know is, I think there was a particular woman that I think she really didn't know how to, she was just running a business, just running it like,
regular stock,
yeah,
sell
and the likes. And then coming for the program, she's like, oh, okay, I didn't know that I needed to do this. I needed to probably learn. For example, I think one of the courses that they teach them is Google My Business. How to put your business out there on the internet on Google for free. And a lot of them don't really know this. So she was able to, okay, I learned this, put a business out there, and then she's like, oh, I can see the difference this has really made to my business. So I think a lot of the things that they learn there is something that you can put into practical use, and then you see the results. It's not just audio.
It's one thing to get all of these knowledge right, but then tell me about what's next. For the boot camp. Are there plans to scale or extend it to other local governments?
Yes.
For this cohort now ends at July, which means this might span into next year. But then again, I am still concerned that these might not necessarily go round Lagos this year. Are there chances that I would go round Lagos this year? Maybe you want to consider 2 local government at a time. Is that possible?
For now, we are still working in-house to ensure that, trust me, we are Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, and what we aim to do is to serve Lagosians all around Lagos State. So we are not just restricted to just a certain group of local governments. So we are aiming to, spread our tentacles to reach other local governments. But for now, we've just decided that since this is the pilot phase of the program, we're going to first do 6, and then we'll also go into other local governments after this. But for this year, we're just still going to run the 6. But probably maybe before the end of the year, we will take up other. We'll take up other local governments.
I asked the question earlier, and I still feel the need to ask this question again because, this is a cohort already, and the chances are that there might not be another cohort this year. Now, why did you handpick these local government that you picked?
Like I said earlier, we did mapping at the beginning of towards the end of last year. We did mapping for local governments in Lagos. So I think we used the senatorial districts to help map out this local governments. So we're going each senatorial district by district, so we'll still extend to other local governments around Lagos State.
So basically it's like 2 local government from each senatorial district
for now
of the state. All right, Lagos, you can be a part of the conversation this morning. Should you feel the need to ask any question, if you have any concern, you can please bring it on. Walk me through some of the challenges participants encounter in the course of this boot camp, or is it just an effortless kind of program? Is it, worry-free? Are there some challenges raised by participants that you would like to work on from the LSCTF end?
For now, we've not received any. So one of the reasons why we've made the sessions, like just 2 physical sessions and the rest virtual, is just to ensure that it's trying to ensure that people are able to participate. We understand the issue of transportation and the likes, so which is one of the reasons why we also ensure that those that are participating in each of the cohorts are within the local government, so there's no stress of, I stay in one local government and then I have to start traveling down to another local government to help. So I think we've just put the necessary structures in place, but we also ensure that we try to get their feedback, and so far we've gotten nothing but positive feedback from all our participants so far.
All right, then quickly let's run through some of the local government you have completed, and the one you're currently running and of course, the last two for the sake of those that might want to tap into this opportunity.
We started in February. We started in Alimosho local government, and then in March we hired Oshodi Solo, and then in April we did Ibejuleki
Okay.
and its environs,
Okay.
and then presently in May we are at Lagos mainland. So in June we are moving to Epe, and then July we'll be having it at Ikorodu local government.
All right then, because I know that these people might just come for us. I mean, no one is being marginalized here, right? So just have that at the back of your mind that it will certainly get to you, whether you are, you reside in Ikeja, or you reside in Agigi, or you reside at Idrishaga, wherever you are. Be rest assured that these will certainly get to you, just to upskill your business. Again, you can reach out to us to be a part of the conversation this morning on 0915 387 7127. 0915 387 7127. For those who would like to participate in this program, how can they sign up for it?
They can follow us on all our social media platform, and also I'll be calling out the link through which they can apply for those that might be in Ekpe and Ikorodu and might want to participate in the next session. So I have bit.ly /LSETF bootcamp. So the L is capital letter, then the LSETF is capital letter, the B in the bootcamp is capital letter, then the rest is small letters. Yes. So bit.ly /LSETF bootcamp. So they can type that in their web browser, and then they'll find a form where they'll fill all the necessary details to indicate their interest in the bootcamp.
I am just wondering, for those who might not want to go through the stress of, this link that you just called now, is it something they can find on the LSETF website as usual?
Yeah, they can find it on all our social media platforms actually, because we've been promoting this particular bootcamp, this particular program for a while. So they can find the link to apply on all our social media platforms at Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. So either on Instagram, on X, on Twitter, which is X actually, and then on LinkedIn. So they can find the link to apply for this program on there.
For those who find the need to want to attend the class multiple times, perhaps the person attended the boot camp at Ibejuleki, and then maybe for one reason or the other he or she feels the need to want to be a part of the boot camp again, can the person reapply, or it's just a one-off thing?
It's a one-off thing, because at the end of each cohort, they're being presented with a certificate of participation.
So there is no room for, I joined the class midway or halfway, I didn't get to hear about it early enough, and so they had finished with the first 2 weeks or something. So how do you cover up for all of that?
The beauty of this program is so for each cohort they have their own WhatsApp group that they join. So on there, all of the materials, all their learning materials are posted on there. So for those that probably might have missed out on one class, they get to have the opportunity to go back to that material and actually go through all that they've missed. And they also have the opportunity to ask questions, which their facilitators will attend to.
All right, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Once again, the roads are looking really, really good this morning. Let's keep it that way. Should you find any life-threatening situation out there, please call the emergency toll-free lines. But then let me quickly tell you that, surprisingly, Obafemi Awolowo is looking very, very free this morning from Coca-Cola and heading inward, radio intersection, surprisingly. And hopefully it stays that way. Lagos-Ibadan Expressway also coming in from Beja and through Tedola heading towards Secretariat. It is a free movement in and out. Let's also tell you that Mobolaji Johnson is also in good shape at this time. So please, let's just maintain that. For those of you within Victoria Island, I would like to know what's going on. I have an update here. Thank you, Bukola. There is a broken down truck at Second Rainbow, Alaba Suru Bridge, but a tow truck has been contacted, but it's not affecting the flow of traffic in any way. So please look out for that impediment even as you make your journey in and around Lagos this morning. All right, the program is still Accelerate Lagos, and you can still reach out to us should you have any concern. If you have any question, you have anything you want to ask, you can put a call through on 0915-387-7127 or 0809-9120-777. That's for the WhatsApp message if you need to send any message to us. All right, so aside from this boot camp, are there any other programs you have lined up as a support officer now? Are there other programs you have lined up for this year aside from the boot camp? Perhaps someone is thinking, oh, 1 whole month, okay, they are done with my local government already. Let's see if they have any other thing coming up for the local government or for Lagosians generally.
So basically at the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, for the business support, we have various programs that we also run side by side with the MSM bootcamp. So we're not just so all of our eggs in quote are not just in one basket. So we have our advisory sessions, of which we had one yesterday. So we have our legal advisory sessions, we have our HR advisory sessions, we have our risk advisory sessions, our marketing advisory sessions. We also have our financial advisory sessions. We have our master classes that covers basically every single topic you can think of. I think we started the year off with a master class that had to do with as in having sustainable goals for the year to begin the year with as a business owner. So these are some of the topics that I think we put together that go a long way in helping you, get the necessary knowledge that you need for your business. That is not just restricted to just a specific area. We try to cover as much as possible to help you, and we also have our access to market opportunities that we give to business owners also in Lagos State. So we have exhibitions that once we have opportunities to exhibitions that are coming up all around, we try and help plug our business owners to these exhibitions at no cost at all.
All right, I have a message from Emmanuel. He wants you to reel out the link again.
Oh, okay. So like I said earlier, bit.ly/LSETF. LSETF is in capital letters, and bootcamp, the B in the bootcamp is in capital letters. So bootcamp spelled BOOTCAMP.
Together,
yeah.
One word. How about the bit.ly?
The bit.ly, BITLY, then the slash. So
you want to take that one more time for
Okay.
the sake of it, those that are just tuning in.
BITLY/LSETF in capital letters. Then the bootcamp, B in capital letters, and OOTCAMP in small letters.
And so they follow the command.
Pardon?
Do they follow the command?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, then you get it there. Emmanuel, I hope you got that correctly. And yes, should you need any further information, how can they reach out if they need further information on all of these?
Oh, okay. They can reach out to our customer care. We have our customer care numbers at 02 01 7000 945 or at 081 77770874.
How about your social media handles for the sake of those who want to follow up with some other programs?
Okay, they can follow us at Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, LSETF, on Instagram. We're on X, we're on LinkedIn, and we're on Facebook.
Across board.
Yeah.
All right, then. Thank you so much. This is where we get to drop the anchor on today's edition of the program. I have been speaking with Omotayo Akinwumi, a business support officer at LSCDF. Today we have discussed fueling small business dreams, the MSME bootcamp journey so far. Don't forget, she mentioned that this particular cohort has got about 6 phases, right? Ajiromi, no. Alimosho is done already. Ibejuleki is done already. Oshodi Solo done already. Currently we are at Lagos mainland, and so we have Epe and Ikorodu to go. So I know those of you that are likely to come for us asking questions that why you're always marginalized, but I will not mention your names, but I know that you're covered already. All right, thank you so much, Amotayo, for coming on the program. This is where we wrap it up. Maximum thanks to Debbie Bolodioku and Remilekun Aluko, the social media managers for this morning. Big thanks to Victor Oteri also. Our executive producer is Tayo Akonli. I remain Taiwo Baruwa. The program returns next week, Wednesday at 10:15. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day, Lagos.